Hi everyone, welcome to Cyber Witch. My name is Orly and I've been training as a bishop and in the occult for almost 20 years. Today we are going to learn more about how to decipher signs and messages from spirits in the world all around us. So please hit like and subscribe for new videos every week. Here is how to hear the message. This is the overarching messages that are all around you that witches or spiritual people notice all the time. But for most people, these things go on all around us and people just don't realize how they are actually being guided and how the universe communicates directly to you. One of the most important things that I have been conveying to people on the channel is Lucifer's message to us as the light bringer to open ourselves to hear his messages that help light our way. In our reality, we are constantly bombarded with different stimuli that cause our minds to go into different mental patterns, and the spirit realm also communicates to us in ways that are, in a sense, combating the mental slavery that is usurping people's minds from the media, from programming that is specifically designed to control people and to cut people off from our spiritual selves, from the innate power that humans have in the world to make people docile or to even trigger our emotions in different ways and control us. It all is about distracting us so we don't notice these messages, we don't see all these signs that are around us in the world, and they're all around us in many different profound and beautiful ways. So I'm going to help you today to understand more about that and how you can notice messages from the spirits to you so you can hear Lucifer's messages and understand what is going on around you, and so that can help guide your way. This involves a lot of the training that I have been going through in my studies in the occult, in my work training as a traditional yoga teacher. It is all about understanding how our mind works in the world around us and how we can break free from illusions to find actual intelligent messages from the universe and spirits in the world around us, that when we pay attention to those things and follow them, it can actually help our life get better and for us to evolve and have more deep understanding of why things even happen in life around us. So when you do a ritual to ask for something, very often you're praying or doing some kind of meditation with a spirit, and you are asking for something to happen or asking for a message. What I wanted to focus on today is how that all is great to help train yourself in non-ordinary reality, but the main focus is on what's going on around you in day-to-day life as you go through your day without having to do rituals. Doing rituals is good because it helps to shed us from ordinary experiences by taking time to really focus on our spiritual selves and disconnect from other things going on. So all of that is very helpful. However, when we're looking at spirituality as a whole, rituals are really only a small aspect of that, and it's all about our overall mindset and the way we interact with the world around us. So you don't need to do rituals to experience spirituality, and the idea is when you have done rituals or when you are understanding prayer or spiritual experiences, we are opening ourselves up psychically to everything being sacred around us, and that itself causes life to radiate messages and synchronicities that guide us. So let's say we're just going back to the example of talking about rituals. Very often people might ask in a prayer or something to a spirit for help, and they're waiting to get a response, and they don't understand how to decipher psychically what the response is, and they feel like they're unsure. Well, very often the response you're going to get isn't going to be just in that session that you're in with the spirit. It's not going to be like that. It will be conveyed through reality as you're going forward in time. So you might get the response to your question or what you're trying to find out or learn from, or the answer that you need, whatever it may be, through ordinary reality outside of the ritual space, because the spirit world will always communicate in the easiest way possible, and that's going to be through our ordinary life. And so I'm going to help you figure out how to discover the messages all around you, because it is often hidden in plain sight or obscured by distractions. So most people will just never notice what's going on around them with this. And very often they can tell or feel like something is a little different, but they're not going to be noticing it in the same way as people who are on a higher spiritual frequency level. And this is because so many people are caught in very low level controlling mind patterns that they aren't open to even realizing that there's some kind of profound synchronicity or message or meaning to what's going on literally directly around them in day-to-day life. And so you could be like in the same room as someone or having the same experience as someone who is not a spiritual person, and it doesn't mean anything to them, but for you it could be a life-changing experience if you're actually paying attention. So messages can help in a lot of different ways, but the idea behind what I'm teaching today is following messages that help make your life better and help you to evolve and make better choices in life, to find opportunities and to improve your overall evolution. So messages can come through seeing signs, so something that you might notice as you go through your day, and this can connect into paths that are opening for you and to help validate your evolution. So a message from the spirit world around you may not be a direct and obvious thing, but it could be something happens or you experience or see or hear something through your senses that causes you to have a spiritual experience internally and to analyze a situation as it being keys and clues to a path for you to follow by it being significant and sticking out to you. This is how the spirits reveal things to you and give you messages. They might even make it so certain videos keep coming up for you, or certain songs keep coming up, or certain situations just keep happening over and over again. This can be something like a beautiful experience that happens out of nowhere, finding things in a lucky way, or noticing new opportunities arise. It can be seeing a significant number or a name or object that makes you stop and think. The object, when you see it or whatever this thing may be activating a memory or giving you a sense of deja vu, so it sticks out in significance. All these things are ways that signs and messages come through from the spirit realm into ordinary reality. And so it can be reminding you about something that you need to do. It could be the lyrics of a song or some audio track that's playing and giving you a message that's in response to something that you were thinking about or doing, or something that reminds you of something that you should be doing, that you know in your heart is important through your intuition. And it's not just about seeing every single thing around you and like going all super analytical about it, because not every single thing that we see and experience is a sign from the spirits. Most of the things that we see are distractions or illusions to get in our way. So it's going to be things that once you're following that path of where this path of your attention goes and attention into action, if it is something that is benefiting you, and you should be able to obviously tell this by seeing your life start to drastically evolve once you're going down this path. What we could akin this to is the path of the true will that Aleister Crowley talks about in his writing. So it would also become exhausting if every single thing that we saw or experienced was some deep, profound sign. I mean, it can be something that's even miraculous and very striking. So, for example, I had a lot of really profound synchronicities happen when I started working with the death current when I was in New Orleans. And this led me into a huge amount of spiritual learning through connecting with the spirit of Layla Wendell, who ran the Westgate Necromantic Museum. And I had all these experiences with her spirit, and then had this very strange thing occur where there was a whole bunch of paintings that I had sent to an art gallery like 10 years ago, because I was one of the regular artists that was exhibiting work at this gallery. It was in California, and there was a box of my paintings that the lady who owned the gallery had with her for like 10 years, and I had asked to get my paintings back and offered to pay her to get them back, but she was always very busy and didn't want me to have to pay for it, and she was very kind and very nice lady. That being said, I didn't know if I would ever get those paintings back. And one day, after having some profound experiences with the ghost of this powerful witch woman, I got that box from the art gallery, which had shut down a very long time ago, but I got the box, and one of the paintings that I had in the gallery, and like I said, I didn't remember what paintings were even in that box, but the painting was of the angel Azrael, which Layla Wendell was betrothed to. That angel of death was her lover. And so I didn't know about her work when I did that painting, and having those synchronicities happen made me realize, okay, there's some deep importance in this creator's spiritual path. Let me dig deeper into that and see where that's going to connect into my spiritual path. And that changed my entire life and led me into some of the most profound, incredible spiritual studies in Tantra and Vedic spiritualism through the death current as well, and has empowered me in every way. And so when we pay attention to these kind of synchronicities and follow that path, it is super empowering. But like I said, not every single thing that you see and experience through your day needs to be looked at in that way. It is when your intuition really tells you that, that's when you want to go down that path. And I had also mentioned seeing numbers, like repeated numbers or some significant number. Yes, of course, Kabbalistically, in the Gematria, numbers do have significances in those various codes. But a main idea behind seeing those numbers is it's not typically about what the number is, but what you were thinking about or doing when you first noticed the number. That is the universe telling you to pay attention to whatever that was. So messages from the spirits can also come through people that you meet during your day. They could come into your life for some reason, or just be people that you see all the time, but they're there to teach you something. If you're allowing yourself to hear that message, and yes, even if the interaction is unpleasant, there is a message there for us to help us learn something about the world and about ourselves and about our path. And so all of this is about sensing the messages and letting them guide us to making life better. And by using these signs to help us change our life onto the path of our true will. And this is the light of Lucifer guiding us, the children of light who are enshrouded in the darkness because we are in a world that is darkness, and we are truly trying to illuminate the world around us, to light our way, and to illuminate the lives of others around us. So we have to open ourselves up to the message of Lucifer, to the light that he's shining on all these things in our life that we may not be paying attention to because we are distracted by the modern world and often are uncomfortable just listening to our own mind without some kind of distraction happening simultaneously, because that's how you get really deep, by listening to yourself, by letting yourself have moments of silence, by letting yourself have time with yourself. That's where you realize, wow, I am not alone. The spirits are all around me and communicating to me and giving me signs. So changing your behaviors and attention pattern is very key to all of this. So we have to follow this self-improvement to our evolution. And the idea is the messages help show us what to do and what to change by the power of our attention. So changing your behaviors and attention patterns can free your mind and activate powerful mystical experiences that change the way you experience the world, allowing yourself to have space to think clearly and train your attention and focus, which is super hard for most people. It is work. All of this is work, but it should make you feel good once you put in the effort over time. And this turns your entire life into a spiritual experience where you can train yourself to open your mind, to hear the messages, and see more things that are going on around you. If you have an example of an interesting message that came through from the spirit world to you through ordinary reality, please share that in the comments with everyone too. If you would like to reach me for any personal help or a reading or spiritual help, and my online video classes that teach spirit conjure and working with different kinds of spirits like the demonic spirits and succubus spirits through my methods, all that stuff is linked in the description of this video. And thank you so much to my channel members and patrons. Please subscribe if you're new and give this video a little kiss to help it grow in the algorithm. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!